snowy day. Hope you guys are staying warm. Hope you are continuing the movement. Opening up our hearts. Let's find our sits bones. I'd like to thank the Maslin Museum for this opportunity to bring the programming to you, to your home. And we'll go ahead and get started. Let's start on our backs today. Extending our legs down, taking our arms up overhead, and we'll do some stretching. Stretching our arms. I'm taking my arms towards the windows. You may be taking yours back towards the wall, stretching your legs and relaxing. And taking the right leg and the left arm and stretching them. Really stretching and release. And then take the left leg and take the opposite arm and stretch, really stretch and release. And then take both arms and both legs, flexing those feet and release. 2 more times, taking those arms and stretch, legs, release. And 1 more time. Bringing the right leg up, left arm, go out to a T. Bringing the right hand to the left foot, back and forth. We'll do this a few times, lifting and lowering with the breath. Getting some movement. 2 more times. And relax. Bringing the left leg up, taking the right leg down. Right arm to a T, left arm overhead. Bring the leg and the hand, arm together. Back and forth with your breath. Two more times. Bring that right arm down, left arm out to a T. Take your feet mat distance apart. Dial your legs over to the left and to the right. And back and forth. Warming up the hips and the spine. Next time you have it dialed over to the left, leave your legs or your knees down to the left, taking that left foot and just placing it over that right knee. Feel a little bit deeper twist. Nice. Taking those legs, dialing them over to the right, taking the right foot, placing it over the left knee. Nice. Bring those legs back up and let's roll into a boat. So holding into a boat, a little bit of a core work, noticing the elongation of your back, and coming forward, crossing our legs. So having our sits bones firmly placed on the ground. Taking the right arm out, dropping the left ear to the left shoulder. Really opening up the side of the neck. Maybe playing a couple keys as if you're tapping a keyboard with those fingers. Feeling those little tendons and muscles all the way up the neck. Shake that out. Taking the left arm to the left. Taking that right ear to the shoulder, right shoulder. Really elongating that side, opening up that left side. Maybe tapping keyboard. And coming to a close, shaking that out. Let's roll our shoulders back and down, back and down, back and down. And placing our hands behind us, changing our legs, and let's roll those shoulders forward now. Rolling them forward. Okay. Taking our arms up overhead, taking our left wrist and our right hand, taking it over to the right side, taking that gaze down to the armpit and up to the elbow, down to the armpit, up to the elbow, coming back to center, taking the left hand around the right wrist, going over to the right side, taking the gaze down and up, down, and up. We'll do this 2 more times. Nice. Bringing it down, taking our feet out straight, elongating, and let's just fold slowly and gently. If you want to use your blocks, maybe get your blocks handy. And just notice, might a little tight today. I think with the change in the weather, but just folding forward, noticing that fold where it's taking you today. Bringing your elbows in. With each inhalation, coming back out of it. And with the exhalation, folding a little bit further into that forward fold. Coming back up, taking your left peace fingers around the right big toe and taking a twist to the right. Nice twist, open up. Very nice, very nice. Folding back down into that forward fold. Elbows on the block or elbows on the floor or on your knees. As I come back up, Taking my right finger piece, grabbing that left foot, and rotating to the left. Couple nice breaths. Forward fold into that. We'll hold this. And we'll come up. Very nice. Bringing our feet in together for cobbler's pose. Taking my block, setting it on the outside of my feet, sitting up straight. My pants are a little tight today. Ooh. Bringing them up and walking my hands forward, resting my forehead on my block. Slowly coming out of that, taking my legs out, shaking them, bringing my right leg in. My right leg is bent, foot is firmly in the inside of my right thigh. Again, taking our peace fingers, wrapping them around the left toes, opening up to the right side, taking that gaze over that right knee. Very nice. Closing that, taking our block, putting it on the outside of our right knee, and slowly rolling over that right knee. Folding in to the right side. Slowly moving out of that. Bending that right leg at a 90-degree angle. Turning on your hip, taking the left leg at a 90-degree angle. Again, putting your block up here above your right knee. Let's take a walk out over that right leg. Your belly is resting on your thigh. Your forehead is resting on the block. Slowly coming out of that. Taking that block out, bringing your legs together and rolling down and just seeing if you may not need the support of those blocks. See how much further you may be able to extend into that forward fold. Slowly coming out of that, bringing the left leg in to place that foot on the right thigh, taking your right peace fingers, clasping that big toe, taking the twist over to the right. Or to the left, I'm sorry. We're doing this on the left now. Bringing that to a close, taking my block out towards this left knee, walking my hands and my elbows out over, resting my forehead on that block. If you'd like to take it down even a little further, you can. It's your practice, your mat. Walking that slowly back up, extending that left leg at a 90-degree angle, taking the right leg back at a 90-degree angle, setting your block up so that it's right beyond that knee, taking a twist over that left leg, folding forward. Placing your head on the block. Again, it can be up high or you could take it down a little bit lower. Settle in. And slowly come back up. We'll go down onto our elbows, on our belly, clasping our hands in front, holding our chest up high, legs about mat distance apart. If you'd like to take your right hand and grab your right foot, you do that. Nice, extended. Come back, laying flat with your head, your forehead on your hands. Take a couple cleansing breaths. Coming back up on your elbows, taking your left hand and grab your left ankle, making a nice arch, or you can grab a pant leg, nice arch in your back. Letting go, taking your elbows out, making a little pocket to rest your forehead. Take your fingers out to the corners of your mat, and tent your fingers, pushing up. Again, legs about mat distance apart. Maybe push from side to side. And roll gently down. We'll roll up and down a few times. So pushing your fingers into the ground, rolling up, feeling that shoulders, pushing the scapula together, and then gently rolling down. One more time, rolling up. And rolling down. We'll push up into tabletop with some cat and cow. Feel that in your lower back. Maybe play around. And taking that left leg back. We'll do some balancing here. And knee to elbow. We'll do this 3 times. Placing hands, elbows back. Now with the left arm and the right leg, balancing, and 3 knees to elbow. Very nice. Don't forget to breathe. We'll tuck our toes, pushing up into our first down dog of the day. Maybe walk those feet out, tippy toes, find your balance. It's where you are today. Really spread those palms, those fingers, pressing in to the whole hand, taking the right arm, grabbing the left ankle, right hand back, and the left arm grabbing the left ankle. 3-legged dog. Back, coming down onto our knees, coming up on our knees. Let's rotate our palms. Opposite way. Taking our hands, pressing them into the small of the back, the hips, taking your elbows together, taking your gaze up, leaning back a little bit, just a little bit, feeling a little bit of opening in your heart. Placing your hands back down, tucking those toes, pushing up into another downward dog. Taking the right hand off of the mat for a 3-legged dog. We'll do this one more time. Back, place that hand back, take another deep breath. With the next inhale, take that left arm to the right ankle and another 3-legged dog. Very nice. Place that left arm back and knees to mat. Tuck those toes. Coming up. Arms overhead. Bringing the hands down to the mat. Bringing that right leg in between the hands. Taking the arms up overhead. Hands to prayer. Bending forward. Bringing the left elbow to right knee. Nice. Nice balance. Back to center. Arms up overhead. Frame that foot. Back into downward dog. To knees. Hands up overhead. Fold forward. Placing the hands on the mat, bringing the left leg up. Hands up overhead. Hands to prayer. Bringing the right elbow to the left knee with a fold and a twist. Balancing. Balance. Remember to breathe. Untwist and unfold. Hands up overhead. Framing that left foot. Tuck the right toes, going back into downward dog. Shaking that head and moving up on the toes, walking or jumping those feet up to the front of the mat, forward fold, halfway up, forward fold, bending, coming all the way up, hands overhead, and to heart center. We'll do a couple more of those forward folds with a downward dog. Hands overhead, forward fold, step back into a downward dog. Taking the left hand to the right knee for a three-legged dog. Placing that hand back on the mat and taking the right hand towards the left. Inhale, placing that back down, walking the feet up to the front of the mat, forward fold, halfway up, forward fold. Bend those legs, come up all the way up. And hands to prayer. Hands up overhead, forward fold, hands on the mat, step back into downward dog. Take the right leg up for a three-legged dog. Bring it down. Take the other leg up for a three-legged dog. Take it down and slowly walk back up to the front of the mat. Forward fold, halfway up, forward fold, all the way up. Hands overhead to prayer and heart center. We'll do some balancing. We'll do some balancing. We'll do some invisible seat if you've got your block handy. Let's put our block on the side here. And taking our leg over, balancing, sitting in an invisible chair, bringing our toes off the block and balancing. Find a drishti. You can leave your foot on that block if you'd like, and really find your balance. Bring your hands to prayer and back up overhead. Shake that out. Move that block over to the other side. We can do this a couple times on each side. Again, cross that left leg over the right, resting the tippy toes on the block. Coming in, sitting in your invisible chair. Try and lift that off the block. You can sit down a little bit further, put your heel on the block. Really feel the strength in that right leg and coming up. Ooh. Shake that out. Shake it out. We'll do it one more time on each side. So taking that block on the outside of the right foot, crossing the left foot over, sitting into that. Find your drishti. Really putting most of the weight on that right leg. See how strong it is. See how strong it is. Make sure you're breathing. Very nice. Ooh. Can do a forward fold here. Take your block. Put it on the other foot. Slowly coming up. Hands overhead to prayer and heart center. Sometimes you just find your own rhythm. Taking that right leg over the left, crossing over, sitting into that, finding your focal point, seeing where your practice is taking you today. So glad you're here today. It's nice to have a little virtual company. Coming up and forward fold with an exhale. Halfway up, forward fold, and bending the legs, coming up. Hands overhead to prayer and to heart center. Nice. Let's go ahead and find our mat. Laying down. Doing an inventory of our body, what we've moved today, beginning with just those initial stretches. Laying here, noticing, taking your knees up towards the sky if you happen to have your block still handy. Doing a little bit of a bridge pose, just rolling up and rolling down. And we'll do another bridge. We'll do this 2 more times. 1. And then we'll put our block underneath our bridge. And it doesn't have to be high, be low. Placing that sacrum on the block. I'll move my hands out to a T so you can see where I have it placed. Maybe taking those legs long. Opening into that nice stretch. If this is too much pressure, keep your legs bent or simply come out of it. Moving the legs, extending them overhead. You can even do some crunches. Again, if you're not ready for it, you can always play around with it. Slowly remove that block and roll down. Very nice. Let's hug those knees in, rocking side to side. You can open those knees up a little bit if you'd like. Taking the balls of your feet together, extending your knees, splaying them open. Bringing those legs and those knees together. Again, bringing the knees into the chest, rolling back and forth. Extending those legs long. We'll get ready for Shavasana. It's a little chilly, so if you have some socks handy, it's nice. Put some socks on, keep your feet warm. Maybe even a little eye patch over your eyes. Extending your legs, extending your shoulders, rolling your shoulder blades under, tucking your shoulders under. Shavasana is a good way for you to thank your body for the energy it provides every day to make it through the day. Shavasana is almost like a mini nap, yogic sleep, midday. Maybe begin to move your fingers and your toes as if just waking up in the morning, ready for a new day. Maybe taking those arms up overhead, shaking your head left and right, stretching, rolling over to one side, taking a couple cleansing breaths. And slowly coming up. Finding your seated position. On behalf of the Maslin Museum and myself, I thank you for taking this time. This movement, the self-care. Thank you for being with me today. Namaste.